I'm out here trying to spread some truth and trying to explain exactly what the fuck's going on, but everybody sees green and they get excited and they think that, woo, yay, we're coming back, blah, blah, blah. I have a background in IT and technology, artificial intelligence systems. All this shit is just, it was a hobby of mine all my life that I have finally turned into a career. I understand this shit very well. And I can't, yeah, he can come in here, come on, bud. And come here, old man. Sorry, I got an old ass dog in here. Romeo, come here. And basically, these are the HFTs right now that are set up. Like, can you tell? Look at these charts. Which one's which? Don't look at the tickers. Tell me which one's AMC and tell me which one's GME. You can't fucking tell because this is not us. It has not been us for a long fucking time. This isn't us. This is hedge funds. Look at the volume on the candles. I tried to explain this a minute ago in a live stream, and someone's like, oh, yeah, so, some people just don't understand when they cover, like, it's a lot. First off, wrong. Very wrong. They have taken short positions over an extensive period of time. They all do not have the same expiration date. They can cover portions of their position periodically to satisfy whatever needs for margin calls, whatever they got to do, and then reopen new ones. This stretch down here was over 5 million. There's 100 million reported that are short, and this tiny little chunk here was over 5 million. This is hedge funds covering. This is their tactic. This was my original thesis, was that they would not drop it into the 20s. If they dropped it into the 20s, we're back in fucking May. There's going to be ridiculous buying pressure because people still know it's heavily shorted. But it's the manipulation going on that's got people just kind of stuck and not wanting to do much with it because A, they're rerouting orders, which is obvious. It's blatant. I already showed you a video there where you can just look at the fucking candles and the volume, and there's price movement just missing because it's not being added in. It's showing the correct volume, but the actual buying orders are not being routed all at one. They're taking portions of orders, putting them into blocks, big enough blocks that they can distribute them out to a dark pool where their price action gets diced up into fractions that get added in over like a 35-day period. That's how that shit works, and that's what they're doing. This is not us. How the fuck can you look at these two charts here, two completely different companies, exact same price movement, and tell people, yeah, look at us go, look at us go. This is not us. Just look at that, goddammit. Look at it. That is a hedge fund's algorithmic trading program in action. This is them covering between 30 and 32. It's right where we took off at. It's a uncomfortable zone. It's a zone where people won't buy because they're not sure if it's going to go under 30 or if it's going to start ripping back up. It is the most common psychological no zone for a retail buyer right now, is between 30 and 32. Somewhere in that area. Look at this, moving exactly the same together. This is not fucking retail buyers on the phone with each other all around the globe going, hey everybody, buy now. That's not what this is. Like, come on, man. Jesus, this shit gets on my fucking nerves. It's not that difficult to comprehend, and it's definitely not that hard to see. The reason people are able to like put lines and shit on this, it has nothing to do with actually watching the stock. It's because they've noticed patterns over time. Because there are patterns in this that this program is following. It's not, and it wants to match as close as possible to normal trading. That's what they wanted to show here. They want to show normal trading so it's hard to distinguish manipulation in the stock. But none of this is normal. Like this whole shit right here, this is absolutely not normal. You should have been able to draw a trend line from this bottom to this bottom with the buying pressure that was happening. And even from here, this bottom, this bottom, this bottom. And it should have kept going up. Should have kept just doing this, and all of a sudden it walls down. I mean, just walls down. Completely goes against all technical analysis and what it should have done. And the same thing here. When you're looking at two different stocks that look exactly the same, you are looking at a high frequency trading system that's using an algorithmic trading program. That's what this is. That's why it looks damn near identical. That is what they are doing. They are covering old shorts. This is millions here, millions, and people seem to think that they have to, if they have 30 million in shorts, they have to cover 30 million at once. No, they fucking don't. They do not. They could cover 2.5 million and then immediately reshort a brand new 2.5. That's perfectly legal right now, and they are definitely capable of doing it, especially with the delay in system, especially with their computer programs that will allow them to do that. But this is all hedge funds. All of this, everything you're fucking seeing, everything you've been seeing for weeks is hedge funds. It's them simulating a fake fucking environment, creating a fiction, just like Jim fucking Cramer said, creating a fiction, making shit look real. That none of it fucking looks real at all. None of this. There's nothing real about any of this fucking shit. Nothing. All of this, killing options. They realized people were trying to make money off options, and they were going to do the same. They were going to buy massive puts and then drive the price down and make money, but then they realized retailers were buying puts too. They were playing the exact same game that the hedge funds were playing, and if they won, we won. What we can't combat is this shit, because we are not manipulating this stock. We don't have the power to make this type of shit happen right here. And they just demolished options throughout that period. Killed them. And anyone that had them knows they fucking destroyed them. But guess what? They write the options contracts. So all of those millions of contracts collectively being bought, they get to keep the premium on. They're making money off of that. They don't need to make money on the way up and on the way down buying actual contracts. They'll make the contracts. You guys buy them, they keep the premium. That's exactly what's happened. And now they've gotten enough liquidity to satisfy any sort of worry of margin calls. Because believe me, Ken Griffin at Citadel LLC is the owner of Citadel Securities. Like I said before, he has a fucking debit card for that market maker he owns. And he'll just pull money straight out of there, put it into his fucking hedge fund, call his boys over at his tech company and say, all right, rewrite the program, reset it to do this, this, this. This is all returned shorts, all of it. But then here, this is all new shorts. All of it. Every bit of it is new. New fucking shorts. So now they have fresh positions. This is how they're kicking the can. This is how they're getting this shit moved further and further out. This is why it's taking so long. I mean, yeah, there's been buying pressure. I mean, like, you can go... I know that Fidelity's not the only fucking brokerage around that has, like 70-some% buy orders coming in versus 30-some% or 20-some% sell orders on a regular daily basis. And the price is going down. Again, it's the rerouting of our orders because Citadel pays for order flow from pretty much every brokerage out there. Every single one. And they get to do what they want with it. They have 2 days to fucking figure out what they want to do with it. And that's what they're doing. They're taking millions of orders at once, putting them into a block, and sending them to dark pools so that the price gets dispersed over like 35 days. That's what a dark pool does. That's the point of it. You buy this big, gigantic block so that way it does not immediately drive the price up, or the opposite way, you sell it. Doesn't immediately tank it. It gets cut up into 35 days, and the price action gets dispersed intraday, just throughout the day, in little chunks. But you gotta be fucking, what's the words I use? Common. A common motherfucker to look at this and think that this is retail in any way, shape, or form. None of it. There's this dumb fucking theory that everyone thinks because it's green that that's retail. All the green is retail. All the red is hedge funds. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we are manipulating it then. If that was the case, we would have to be in order for this type of price movement to be happening. But that's not even fucking possible. It's not possible. We do not have the technology to do that as a whole. Like, we would literally have to be one gigantic hedge fund with a bunch of specialists that create a program to do this, like Citadel, like Kenny G did. This is the problem. This is what's been pissing me off for months. This is not normal. You should not, if I covered these tickers and told you to tell me which one was AMC and which one was GME, you wouldn't be able to fucking do it. You would not be able to do it just by looking at the chart. It's crazy. This is the shit where I'm like, how? Like, how is no regulator or anyone going, well, that's fucking strange. That's really weird. This is not us. They've literally, they're rerouting us. I already showed you the volume candles. 1 million in buying volume. And as far as price change goes, equals 33% of it in sell pressure. They're the same. There should be 67% added to this price, roughly. It's ridiculous. But just understand something, please. Just because people have been on YouTube for a long time or for a while this year, and because some of them have done their own DD and shit, it doesn't make them financial experts at all. It doesn't make them experts on hedge funds. A lot of these guys have no fucking clue what is going on. They are here to entertain and enjoy your company and enjoy the movement. There's nothing wrong with that. But these guys put shit out and information out all the time that is just fucking wrong. Point blank, it's wrong. It's their opinions, and they like to pass it off as fact a lot. And then, a week or two later, they end up debunking themselves. Like, it's craziness. Like I said, I studied this shit for almost 2 fucking years. I'm in my 30s. I've been around for a while. I was here for 2008's fucking crash. I was a teenager when the tech bubble burst. I've saw market crashes, economy collapse. I've witnessed it. And another one is coming. There's no avoiding it. Another economic collapse is coming. But this shit right here, this is our saving grace. When everything else dies, this shit's gonna go. It's so heavily shorted, and I think that that's what these motherfuckers are waiting for. They're waiting for this economic collapse. They're trying to push it out as far as they can so that they can't really be blamed for shit. They'll blame it on the economy tanking and yada yada blah. I don't know. But yeah, every bit of this is hedge funds, guys. Every bit of this. All the buying is returning of shorts. All of it. Every bit of it. These big ass blocks of sell pressure are creating new shorts. These are new short positions. That's why these look identical. Like, there literally needs to be a mass influx of buying. When they're doing this shit right here, that is retail's opportunity to fuck them up. But we're not. Everybody's scared of red. You're supposed to buy red. That is literally how the stock market works. You buy red, you sell green. Everyone wants to buy green, and then they sell red. And they're wondering how they're losing money. But just understand, guys, please, that the guys you follow are not fucking financial experts. The majority of them just started looking at charts this year. Just started trading this year. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They have no idea. This is a strategy. This is a plan. And for them, it's working for now. It's a strategy to see who can wait the longest. Who's going to get sick first, us or them? If they keep doing this, if they're continued to be allowed to do this shit, this can go on for a long, long time. All their old shorts from earlier this year getting covered right here. Like I said, this little stretch, this is over 5 million. Over 5 million. Now, I'm of the personal belief that they have shorted the entire amount of stock that exists and possibly more. So the 100 million you're seeing on Ortex or whatever, which is 85% of the reported data, is, for me, it's like 20% of the reported data. And that's my own personal belief. I cannot show you evidence of that, because in order to obtain evidence like that, you would have to do illegal activities, which I am not doing. But I am of the personal belief that there is well over 532 million shares shorted in this stock. So, yeah, all they have to do is make it really look like they're covering a percentage of the 100 million that's reported, that's known about, which they're doing. If I go add all these fucking volume candles up, I guarantee this one right here was fucking 6 million, 6.5 million. This first candle right here, 6.5. So here and here, you already have 10% of the shorts that are outstanding right now. There's another 1.5 million, and there's 3 more million. Another million, another million, another million. Good God, there's fucking like, there's 10 million right here. This is 10 million right here. To kick off the day, it was 10 million. And you got the exact inverse and hold the fuck up. 33. God, it's fucking crazy. 1, 2. Yeah, for the most part, they all match up if you add these two last candles together. That's brand new shorts. That equals this exact amount almost here. And that's all it is. These are returned. These old shorts are considered cleared in the system. And they're no longer up their ass about them because they're old and need returned. And then boom, there you go. We open up some new ones before these even settle. So it's too late for you to really be like, dude, you just returned these shares. Why the fuck did you open it? Like, this is what they do. They just keep kicking the can down the road. My original thesis was that they were going to do anything and everything they could, which, like I said, it's illegal as fuck what they're doing. They are delaying our orders. They're rerouting them to the dark pool, and it's not delayed orders. It should be it's got to be illegal. I don't see how that's illegal or not illegal to take retail's orders. You take my shit. I'm not a fucking hedge fund. I'm not buying millions of shares to fucking manipulate a price. And then you collectively add up millions of shares from retail and then send them to a dark pool as if they're your own. Like that to me is what's bothersome, because that is what is suppressing this price. Our orders are being pushed through into a system that we have nothing to do with. It's not for us, and it's damn sure not for our orders. And they get chopped up and dispersed into the price over 30 fucking days, 35 days. But, just look at charts, guys. Just look at them. Stop. Just, God damn it, man. It's frustrating, guys. I'm sorry. It frustrates me watching you guys give people money that offer no fucking insight. on a lot of this shit. Now, let's see if they allow this to go up to 40, or if they're going to keep it between 37 and 38, and then start fucking cutting it back down again. Because that was my original thesis. Somewhere between 30 and 32 was the no-no zone. And as long as they could get even close to 32, they could start buying back there. Push it up in between 40. Don't let it go over 40, because that could fuck some shit up for them. And then chop it back down. Keep it bouncing between 32 and 40. And just return. Get the old shares off the books, the old shorts, the ones they're going to come after you for. And then you open up new short positions. It's simple as that. Margin calls are not what people are telling you they are. They are not forced liquidations by any means. That just means they're going to get notification that, hey, you don't have enough liquidity in your account. You're extremely over leveraged. You need to do something about that. That does not mean that they're going to close all their short positions on AMC and spike the price to the fucking moon. They can get liquidity from anywhere. Like, say, if I was Ken Griffin, I could take a lot of profits from my market making company for the contracts that have been sold back because I fucking manipulated their volume and crushed their IV, and I get to keep that premium. A bunch of ways for them to fucking extend this out, keep kicking this can. Like I said, noise. Noise is what is going to stop this. This shit needs to be talked about. This needs to be brought up on a news station. Like, if I was fucking Matt Kors having all these interviews with people and shit are going on there, I would immediately, on my fucking screen, be pulling this up and be like, you ever seen some shit like this? Two completely different companies that have nothing to do with each other. They're completely separate enterprises. One's a fucking movie theater, one's a video game company. You ever seen them move identically over weeks? Identical price movement over weeks? Have you ever seen that in anything? I mean, identical, not similar. This shit is identical. And then see what they have to say. Because I'm sure Charles Payne would be like, nah, man, that's some nefarious shit going on. And then that would be on national news, and it would get the attention of many people. People who would go, wow, yeah, that's kind of crazy looking right there. How the fuck is that happening? It's not us. We would all, millions of us, literally have to be in the same chat room somewhere, which you could easily track down, or on the same Zoom meetings connected like to millions of other computers and networks, or on cell phones, everything. Like, there's no way we could organize this at all. It's not fucking possible. And look at that. Here we go. We got in between 37, 37.50. Yeah, I have a line up here. This is my line of where they're not going to let it break through. That's my line. Look at that. That's been up there for a while now. That's my thesis. Between 32 and 37.50. I say 40 just to be nice, but they are following along exactly with what I believe, because I know how to read computers and patterns. I just know, and that's what that is. Let's see if they continue to tank it. Let's see. I really want to see if they're going to get ballsy and try to push it up towards 40, because they want to make more money off you guys. Right here was beautiful for them. A bunch of you bought options. I know a bunch of you bought options here. A bunch of you did. Again, you don't buy options on fucking green. You don't. You want to buy options here. You want to buy them at the red where it starts looking like it's going to bounce. I know a bunch of you fucking bought options here. And then all this long stretch crushes your IV. Lackadaisical price movement. Each hour it gets closer to expiration. Fucking you lose value. all this shit, the up and down, the volume disappearing, all that's going to crush your options. And then by the time they tank it and push it back down, by the end of the day, you're going to have nothing. And then in the after hours, say they get it back down or they leave it around 34, 35 today. In the after hours or early morning pre-market, they'll shove it down $2 or $3 more like they've been doing. And then it'll kill your options. As soon as the bell opens, like you're done. You're down a huge profit. It's gone. No more profit, nothing. So let's see how this goes. They're gonna give you a little fake head and shoulders. A little big shoulder, little head, come down, might come up a little bit over here, and then just fall flat. But let's see. This can be combated. This can be. Even if they're routing 6 to 7% of buy orders to a dark pool, if there's fucking enough, if there's more people pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, they won't be able to keep up with the order flow. They won't be able to. Like a couple weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago or so, I don't know, I made a video on it. It was towards the end of the day. You guys completely broke their cycle. There was too many orders coming in for their fucking computer to keep up with, and they had to cut that bitch off. They had to turn the computer off, man their stations, and try to do it themselves, but they couldn't. They could not keep up. The buying pressure was so immense. I mean, both these charts separated, went their own ways. I think GME was still going down. AMC started ripping up, just very normal price movement. So I'm gonna start working on trying to shorten my videos for you guys, but I don't make enough of them, so I try to pile everything into one video, and that's what you get. Let's see how the rest of this day goes. I'll holler at you guys towards the end of the day.